you, Tariq. Thank you, Dr. Coffin, for the introduction. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Osamah Al-Ghamdi from Saudi Aramco. Uh, Aramco is the world's largest oil company in the world. And today I'm very pleased to share with you a success story that we have been through in our department. Um, Just quick note that this morning we started with very rich topic from academia, research from professors, which are really rich of content and very excellent topic. This is a minor shift to the industry where this topic is a case study or success story that we have been through, and I'm very glad to share it with you. I would like to thank the organizing and technical team for giving me the chance to share it with you. The presentation title is Enhancing the Reliability of Seawater Injection System that is used for oil production. Um, as you know, some of operation companies for the oil production, they use water injection in order to maintain the pressure of the oil reservoir. This is the presentation about this type of operation. Um, Before I start the case study or the success story, I would like to give you an overview of the department that I work in order to link it with the content that I will present. I work in the seawater injection department in Aramco company, which is the oil company, as I said. This department is responsible for the oil injection. In simple format and with using this illustration, we know that some of the oil production mechanism is done by using the water injection. From one side, we inject the water. From the other side, we get the oil produced naturally by the natural pressure of the reservoir, which is a result of pressurizing the water into the same oil field. The main objective of the water injection is to maintain the pressure constant across the time. As we produce the oil, we still have the same pressure maintained. This is just to give you a principle of the operation, but now I want to apply it to you into one of the oil producing fields that I work in, and I want to show you how this principle is applied here. We have a big oil field, which is more than in miles, more than 100 miles, with width of more than 10 or 20 miles. This huge oil field require huge injection system. As a starting point, we have the water processing facility, which is taking the water from the sea, okay, from the Arabian Gulf. This plant is responsible to treat the water because we cannot inject any water we take it from the sea. Otherwise, we will have a damage to the oil reservoir. So as a starting point, in our department, we have seawater treatment plant. From that plant, we have cross-country pipeline, which is high size in diameter and long distances, shipping the water to water station that will distribute it to further water injection plant. From the water supply plant, we have more than 7 injection plant. These injection plant are the key in this process where we have high pressure pumps take the processed water. The processed water is free of oxygen, as well as the TSS, the total suspended solid, is maintained in a low range in order to have the right specification for the water before being injected. The water from the water injection plant is being pressurized by high energy pump and connected to 500 plus injection wells across this oil field in order to have the desired water injection in that field. Knowing that this is the setup of the plant, we have big challenge, and this is the main presentation that we'll be talking about, the pipeline that we are dealing with or that are part of this processing network. Considering a length of 2,000 plus kilometer of pipeline with different sizes from 60-inch diameter size all the way to downsize like 6-inch diameter. Maintaining these pipeline require a lot of preventive maintenance, a lot of effort in order to have the injection sustainable, in order to have the system reliable, and as a result, to maintain the oil production. The presentation is about a comprehensive program that I will share with you that led us to enhance the injection system reliability. Driver of having this program started back in 2014, driven by three main items. The first one, we want to eliminate the seawater leak. That time we used to have big number of water leak that are really nightmare to us in terms of environment. Although it is seawater, there is no impact to the environment, but we must maintain the processing fluid within the contained within the process equipment and pipeline. The other driver that we used to have some concern from our petroleum engineering organization that the water specification sometimes are not meeting the desired target in terms of oxygen content, in terms of bacteria count, in terms of total suspended solid. They used to highlight some cases that became to us as a concern that we need to enhance the quality of the seawater in order to have the reservoir or to maintain the reservoir healthy. Third driver that we used to have is a reliability concern. When we have a water leak or any upset into the operation, sometimes we have to shut down a pipeline or shut down injection facility, which is also another concern that we have been working hardly to address, and we targeted to achieve maximum reliability to the injection system for this oil field. As a timeline, in 2014, the concerns used to be raised, okay, which were basically pipeline leaks, system reliability. People start doubting about the reliability of the injection system, not doubting, but asking questions that mandated us to look at reliability very seriously. Third item were concerned, as I highlight, about the water quality. In 2015, within our organization, within our department, we did internal assessment for all of these concerns that we highlighted. During this assessment, we came up with the main challenges we have. We came up with initial root causes about the problem that we had. Team was developed, endorsed by our department management to look into this item to address these concerns. Upper management were engaged with us in the field about these concerns, and we got the buy-in at early stage, which is in 2015. All the way from 2015 until 2019, we started achieving very good result, which is having structured, sustainable program for our system reliability. All of our effort that has been done from 2015 all the way to 2019 started to be done in structured way, systematic way. We noted huge reduction in the water leaks in our pipeline. With the KPI that we have, we achieved maximum reliability into the system. Now I will talk about the approach we have, gone through in this success story. Then I will talk about what we have done, and then I will conclude with the result we achieved. Our approach or our success factor that we used to have, the first one is early engagement of management. In 2015, executive management visited us in the field. We introduced everything. We showed them all of the challenges we had. Also, we got technical team endorsed by management. So this was the leadership role in this program. Data analysis was very essential for such concerns. We have concern, but yet we don't have the exact root cause. So we had to go through huge data analysis in order to reach valid root cause, in order to come up with real recommendation, in order to set benchmark that we can work to achieve and to gauge our performance. Uh, the first thing we did in the data analysis, we did initial corrosion assessment. It was very wide corrosion assessment, but of course it has some shortcomings due to the expertise, due to some limitation in the capability with the team, like the lab requirement, like corrosion engineering specialist, like piping specialist, like chemical specialist. So that assessment was the foundation and the starting point for the data analysis. It was then followed in 2017 by huge and deep collaborative, comprehensive assessment and study done by our company with the help of Intertech, which are one of the organizations known in data assurance and data control. We did comprehensive assessment. Their consultant visited us in the plant. They reviewed the documents. They reviewed the um, the process parameters, all of the historical data of the water leaks, the water quality, and did analysis to understand what's going on. The assessment done by our company and Intertech was, I can categorize it in three categories. First, the pipeline. Considering that we are dealing with huge pipeline network consisting of 2,000 kilometer plus of pipeline, all of the data of the pipeline have been inspected, analyzed, and studied very well. The data of the process, what we do in the plant, what control room readings, what data are taken from the plant has been also analyzed very carefully. Then we did a very wide sampling campaign for the water that we deal with at all stages of the process, the chemicals that we inject into the water, and this was done with help of our company laboratories department as well as third parties laboratories. As an outcome of the data analysis that was done by the team has developed the roadmap. We took all of the recommendations that are done by the team from Intertech and Saudi Aramco. We took the 61 recommendations that we have received from them. We put them under different categories, 10 categories. From those 10 categories, we did a roadmap into our department, which consists of short-term recommendation and long-term recommendation. Some of them related to the lab, some of them related to the shipping line, some of them related to our tanks, some of them related to the filtration process, and so forth. Each of these 61 recommendations that we came up with in 2017, we assigned a champion who is fully responsible on this item, and we set a deadline for these action items, and we started having regular update meetings in order to track the progress. Implementation, dealing with 61 recommendation ranging between short-term recommendation and long-term recommendation requires having good strategy that is effective for the department to achieve the goal of this program. First, we did a revamp into our corrosion program. We have a corrosion program developed for our department consisting of guidelines, steps, and roles and responsibilities. We took the 61 recommendation and we tried to embed these recommendations into the program in order to have it formally assigned to people in systematic way. We formally assigned implementation teams for the piping system. We have team for the piping system, for the process, for the tanks. We selected the right team and the right SMEs to address these recommendations. More importantly, we have done a quarterly meeting with our management, showing them the progress of these 61 recommendations in order to have effective tracking for these items. Implementation was very challenging. We are talking about 61 recommendations. I will not go through them. They are Each one of them by itself is detailed, has detailed scope, but I will select few sample, like example, 4 of these items. I will get back to the same screen. If anyone has any questions about it, we can quickly refer to this item. The first item, we implemented advanced process control. This advanced process control, well-known terminology in the industries, which is APC. We wanted to have our processing facility to be automated. The water treatment will be automated by using analyzers, by using automatic actions done by the system itself. So we have minimum interference by people. It was completed in year 2021 with huge benefits, whether it is water quality or financial benefits. Second example that we have done, we enhanced our corrosion monitoring program as an outcome of this study that we have done. We had a lot of corrosion coupons, corrosion probes, additional sampling points that were not in there. This helped us to enhance the corrosion control program. We deployed non-metallic pipeline. Although it is challenging to introduce new things, the non-metallic pipeline sometimes have limitation in terms of the pressure capability of this pipeline, in terms of suitability of the process. But having this structured program, getting the engagement or buy-in from our upper management, we could accelerate the deployment of non-metallic, where luckily we achieved deploying more than 96 kilometers of our bad actor pipeline to be non-metallic. It was a big success to our perspective. We did a chemical pump upgrade from metallic pump to non-metallic. This also was another challenge. We could go through it. Again, for the sake of time, I will not go through the 61 items. In conclusion, this program that we have been through, I could not take the full data from 2017 because it will be difficult to present and explain. Having it from 2019 to 2030 is still showing good progress. I can have it even better if I compare it with 2017 data, but the past 5 years data speak enough that we have 80% reduction in the water leaks. The bacteria count in our water, because we need to extract bacteria from the seawater before we inject it, we reach good readings of bacteria count, which is, I would say, a new record in our department with the help of having this comprehensive program that we went through. Third item, we got 40% into our corrosion control index. We have a corporate corrosion control index measuring, it is structured program to measure the effectiveness of the corrosion control in all Aramco department. Our department was scoring 66. By implementing the items, that outcome of this assessment, we could enhance the effectiveness to be 40%. Last slide. Before I go to the last slide, we did a revalidation. We invited Intertech again into our facilities. We looked into the assessment that has been done in 2017. We looked at the situation currently in the plant. It was confirmed that 57 out of 61 were effectively closed. 4 items are under track, which is a good progress. They reported improvement in their scale. They have normal scale for the maintaining the process. In terms of the control and effectiveness, it was reported to be higher in terms of both effectiveness and the control. As a conclusion of the presentation, just quick summary. In terms of reliability, we achieved reduction in the number of leaks. We achieved minimize in the shutdown of our plant. In terms of economical or financial, through this structured program, we could get easily support from upper management by the fund because we have structured program. We have really evidence on the table that help us a lot to get the management support. We have supportive capital investment. From strategic, now we have clear roadmap. we have non-metallic deployment on wide range, we could deploy new technologies with less challenges or less bureaucratic sometimes steps in deploying any new technologies. Now we get it an easier way. Innovative, this opened the innovative door to all of the department's employees, where with the innovation we could achieve better results. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have any question, I'll be glad to answer.